nearby Lucas. A rare opportunity for us to record in person.
Yeah, I think we've only done like one other session of Doom in person.
Yes, and we're doing this in the dark because we're recording in January in the UK, so it gets dark at about 5 o'clock. So we're in the office, the lights are turned low, and I'm about to press A on Ancient Gods Part 2. What do you remember from Ancient Gods Part 1?
I remember they introduced a lot of enemies that were very annoying.
That were very, very bad. So without further ado, let's get right in. Oh, yeah.
So we're playing on I'm Too Young to Die mode this time,
Maybe,
right?
yes. But here's the thing. I did, over the weekend, play Horde mode and get to the literal last wave, where they introduced 2 Barons of Hell that are both invested with spirits.
Oh,
and then they just got... All right, and you see me on stream just go... like I just got my arse handed to me. So hopefully I'll do a little bit better on ultraviolence. Like, a lot of Doom is reliant on muscle memory and very specific, in things that are intrinsic to this game.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, for example, Doom having no reload really fucks you up when you play a game like Halo or Call of Duty, which is usually my casual go-to first-person shooter.
Mm-hmm.
Or even stuff like aiming down the sight, which is just not a thing in Doom, with the exception of that one weapon. Oh, here we go, here's the catch-up. The Slayer must now survive the treacherous journey to Imora, the capital city of Hell, to face the Dark Lord in ritual combat. Well, the end of the DLC, or the first DLC, is we face-to-face with them.
Yeah, like right in the same room. Why are we going to another area?
And I would like to point out as well that in that cutscene, Doom Guy is holding a shotgun.
Oh, is he?
Yes, and the Dark Lord is naked. And I know that Doom Guy could probably survive a shotgun blast to the balls, but evil Doom Guy is probably weaker. So how does this work? How did he get away?
Yeah.
He's so lame.
It is.
Look, yeah, he's holding a shotgun. How are they going to explain this? Oh, it just didn't work. He's too tough.
No blood can be spilled in this holy place.
I killed a guy. I killed a guy literally outside.
Cool.
Also, I'm wearing the 2016 armor now.
Oh, right, yeah. I did think he looked a bit different.
You survive.
But here's the thing as well. It just makes Doom Guy look less cool because he just looks like a generic guy.
Mm-hmm.
Which I know is the point, that Doom Guy is just a dude. But when this entire series has spent so long mythologizing him, to just see that he's just a man.
But to be fair, even in the first Doom with the little image
you
of
could
him
always
in the
see
face,
the little face, yeah.
You could always kind of see that he's just normal guy.
I also don't like that no blood can be spilled in this holy place. It's so why don't you just stay there then?
If he knows that he's the same person, surely he should know that he's going to defeat everyone along the... Not a great story setup, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, right, to end it like that of, oh no, your shotgun doesn't work. And then to send us here. Doom Eternal Mastery. You have now all the tools to succeed in Doom Eternal.
Really?
Well, we've got to tell you again, and they don't know when the last time I played, even though the game can 100% track the last thing I did.
Again, 5 minutes in and we've started talking about Halo again.
You know what, I'll stop, because Halo is one of the I've got, saying that, switching weapon, pressing Y. Force of habit, baby, force of habit.
So, Carl, I believe we're not playing Halo, we are playing Doom.
We are.
He's doing his best.
That was kind of amazing. I took a little bit of damage. I was like, where did that come from? And I turned around and there was just like a soldier running away. So here's something.
Oh, okay.
They introduced these in the DLC and they are not fun. And do you want to know why?
Why?
Because you can get traversal challenges involving them before you get the super shotgun because the weapons spawn around them.
Oh, man.
And they've done like an update to the Horde mode to make it a bit easier because you would have random weapon spawns but set enemies placements. So you'd have like challenge waves of enemies. It's like kill 15 mancubuses, but you've got like a minigun. And it's like, okay, what the fuck am I supposed to do?
It's
like all they've got to do, Joe, to make these things work, is just put them in like Joe the old 2D Doom levels or something like that. Or
yeah, true.
Play. Actually, I'm now thinking about it. Did I turn the music off for my stream?
I think you might have done.
I might have done. Because I was about to say there's no music playing. There we go.
All the way up.
There was no music in this scene. I was about to say.
Isn't.
So before I criticize, I was like, before I criticize there be no music in this section, I'll turn the music back on.
So Room Eternal on Switch.
Room Eternal.
Room Eternal.
Yay! Oh, look, so you ready for a new enemy type? So it's a demon that buffs. Like, how much of the DLC, like Joe, the new enemies that are introduced in it, are just enemies that make other enemies more annoying to fight?
Yeah, yeah. But Carl, the old enemies in the last DLC you wanted to kill first.
Yeah.
Now you want to kill these last.
It's very different. I can't wait till they get combined with the spirit. Look how many they put in.
Yeah,
Oh,
I thought it'd be one in this encounter.
Just like, introducing the concept, so fuck it, let's go. If you want to see someone bumblefoot the way through Doom, this is the playthrough for you.
As we're recording, AGDQ is happening.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it in person this year or not?
I have no idea, I haven't looked into it. I just saw that people had said that it's starting like yesterday.
I feel like they have about 15 AGDQs a year, because there's always something going on with AGDQ.
So I think they have little things scattered throughout the year, but they
Yes.
do an awesome Games Done Quick and then a Summer Games Done Quick.
Oh, it's giving me all my support rooms as well. So I must have been able to get
cool.
all 3 of them during the actual first DLC and just never got them. So.
Oh,
Challenge Wolf!
yes, we've got Friend Wolf.
Oh, and it goes like... Let's go. Buff totem nearby, Challenge Wolf is a go. I was hoping to be more
Doom
deep.
Guy's not allowed out of this field, but his bullets are.
Oh, that was such a cool... That, do you know what? That was such a rad visual.
Yeah.
That looks like, oh yeah, that... So you had me saying, oh, that was a lot easier than I thought, and then it's just fucking 15 pinkies all powered
wall.
up. With all the blood punches powered up, look. So I can just do this.
Oh.
You see a nail of the 3 blood punches, so I can just come up and be like, ah! For the king, just to get home, I had to do that. Like, every day the king's got, like, rather than, like, if he forgets his keys.
It's like, oh, I've got to deal with the wolf again. Oh, no.
He seems like a very... Oh, here we go. Here's the new enemy I was telling you about, Lucas.
Oh, the Armoured Baron.
Yeah, so just read that description for me while I take a sip of water.
The Armoured Baron can, of course, only be killed in one specific way, after his armor has been destroyed. Use the plasma rifle to slowly break and destroy his armor over time, or shoot his mace, weak point, when it flashes green to destroy it instantly. The armor will eventually regenerate. Why?
And there it is. That gimmick could have worked because that's how all the enemies in Halo work, and the enemies in Halo are so fun to fight.
But their armor doesn't regenerate over time, Carl.
And it's just another thing that exists to give the microwave beam some kind of utility. Like, it's literally the only reason it exists, is to give the microwave beam some kind of utility. And even then, it doesn't work very well, because look how fucking long this takes. Show like the whole thing here is that it's like armor overheats. Do you know what would be a great system to combine that with? The fucking flamethrower I have attached to my thing. So you can just do this. So like, it's not that bad when you combine it with like this shit. It's just the fact that it comes back.
At least, on the plus side, its weak point can be destroyed by anything.
Yeah. No, only a precision weapon or weapons a lot of damage. So Joe stuff
Well,
like...
yeah, but you know what I mean. It's not just the plasma rifle.
Yeah. But it exists. It's just another reason for the plasma rifle to have its use justified. It's like at that point, if you putting in enemies specifically that can only be hurt by this thing, because you realise how underused it is, just make it more powerful.
Maybe it's not a good gun.
Yeah. Maybe people just don't like the gun because it's not powerful. Even though I like it just because you get that many bullets with it. Just the idea that you can just constantly pepper an enemy from quite far away. I enjoy that. Oh, the giant tentacles! In Power Deep. So what's the thing that wrecked somebody? Let's have a look.
Oh.
Who got wrecked by an arachnotron in the DLC? Oh, yeah, here we go. Fucking love this. Makes me feel this is Doom. This is like the front cover of like the alternate cover in like Japan or something. That'd be sick, awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Just Doom guy with a quad minigun being like, let's fucking go. Ooh. I don't care. No. Just
No, keep slapping the wrong one.
While that was watching.
Maybe you like to watch that. I can tell you had a bit of a practice on your horde mode.
I actually got to play the game a little bit before I did it. So I'm not getting my ass handed to me as much as I did when I started the first DLC.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, another Doom Hunter. I do like when they send two. Because Doom Hunters feel like one of those things of like, that's what they probably should send in against Doom Guy.
In Halo, they can send hunters in two at a time. Why can't they do it with big Doom Hunters?
Yeah. They always come in pairs. That'd be a good gimmick for an enemy in this game, actually. I don't think that's something like Doom's ever done, like the enemies that work in tandem with each other.
I don't really think it's something that any game does.
Like, that's
really.
what makes like Halo so awesome. Like
Yeah.
the enemies feel like when you're fighting a group of elites and what are they now? Grunts in Halo, they feel like units that should be fighting together, and they work to get hearts good because it's under the water.
Just make it drown.
Whereas when you play other games, like they don't feel like they belong on the same battlefield. Like these are all demons all fighting towards the same goal, but like they're all doing their own thing, independent of one another. Like, it'd be cool if there were teams that worked together, or like, you know, they could like try and use tactics to corral you.
It would be, yeah.
Similar to like doing the necromorphs in was it now Dead Space, where some of them have like specific roles, so, like they want to like kite Isaac and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's always.
Still don't know what the role of the toddler was, but you know.
What it was to fuck you.
Mentally.
Yeah, it's like just murder this toddler. That's the thing though. It's really upsetting the first time, then you get to a point in the game where it's just like Isaac. He's just like
It's when you don't fire a weapon, you stand there as 30 toddler necromorphs come at you and you just do the stomp over and over, just stomping on these baby brains.
It's like I saw a description of it in regards to like Last of Us 2. So you'll play Last of Us 2 and you'll go through it the first time and you won't want to kill any dogs. The next time you'll save Molotov cocktails exclusively for the dogs, just because you know how annoying they are.
I am proud to say I went through that game without killing any single dog.
Until you got to the point
Apart from the part where it forces you to kill a dog in a cutscene.
and then calls you a horrible monster for killing the dog. It's like, well,
I didn't choose to. I've been saving all of these dogs.
sometimes like when I'm doing stuff like this, I really do like just the noise of like Doom guys and the abilities replenishing, because it's so like you just get that.
If the armor just had an AI that's like blood punch ready, but it's announcing it like to the demons. Like, I have the blood punch ready.
No, Joe, it should be the announcer from Quake.
Yeah.
Joe, that guy. Like, it's the same universe, isn't it? In the same company.
The same company. I don't know about the same universe or not. But yeah.
So, I think in the Wiki Weekends we covered that like technically Doom guy is in the Quake universe to travel between dimensions.
It's like in Quake Champions, isn't he?
And it's canon that that's the Doom guy from Doom 2016 in between, like in between the space of like the game they've been in.
Reminds me a bit of Metal Gear Solid 5. Every now and then my helicopter would arrive playing Flight of the Valkyries, like duh, 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 duh.
No, mine comes in, it's always playing fucking Rick Astley. there's just something so dystopian about a video game that's like about the horrible nature of the military, and it's like you're coming in and you're actively like getting hyped for this like flying death machine.
Just Rick Astley plays this big boss called in a strike on a bunch of civilians. Don't worry, we'll be fine.
And the child soldiers like trying to warn them, well, I'm not a danger, I'm not a danger. It's just Rick Astley's never going to give you up glares over a thing as I call in multiple airstrikes. Speaking of majesty and grace. Yeah! Oh, Joe would be a great like mod to make this thing work better. Give it the ability to arc between multiple enemies.
Yeah.
Oh
God.
And while I'm on low health as well. Yes! I Captain America'd it. It's like all I could do. It's like, dear God, now.
I want to see Captain America just rip an eyeball out of someone's chest.
But the thing is, he could.
He could, but
He
he chooses
could.
not to.
Because that's what a hero does. A hero has power and then uses it responsibly. I think I heard that in a Spider-Man movie once. Well, I'm saving that shit.
With great power, sometimes
Actually, no,
great
fuck it.
responsibility.
Let's do this. Yeah.
I love that you just get that Samus visor moment.
Yeah. Just quad damage on the microwave beam. Do you know what? This is how you make the microwave beam useful. The only time it's ever useful is like when you've got quad damage on. Like, look at how easy I took out all of Mancubus is there. And this thing comes in and gets wrecked as well. So this is the thing from Horde mode. I was wondering when I get this.
My son's curse has been lifted
Is it Crucible?
It's not the Crucible. Do you remember that hammer that he had?
for my sins.
Is it essentially the Crucible?
It's the Crucible, but way better. It's the Crucible with area of effect.
Oh.
So the hammer dazes demons, refills ammo, and maximizes all the resources dropped. And you get this one by glory killing demons and destroying weak points.
Okay.
But essentially it is just a stream clear.
That's cool.
So destroy the weak point. Glory kill the demon. I like how it's telling me at this point in the game, do you know how to glory kill a demon? Do you know what they do? What they should do for this? Do you know that area I just had that fight?
Yeah.
Give me that fight again, and then give me this hammer so I can just go.
Also,
There we go.
that was an awful font.
Sentinel hammer bonus. So it boosts the effect of all your stuff. So this is the thing that basically breaks horde mode the moment
Right.
you just go, because it works on everything.
They went, shit, well, people aren't going to know if we just put it in the pop-up. You need to write it in like Arial font on the wall. It's like, well, that makes no sense. Do you want us to do it in like some lighting or something, or in the right font? No, just slap it on.
Remember when we got the Crucible and they give us, like, Samuel Hayden himself says you'll presumably want to test your new toy out?
Yeah.
And it gives us an arena with, like, full ammo for it. And just lets us use it. So here's the thing as well, in the DLC, it works, or the Horde mode, sorry, it works functionally identical to the Crucible, where it has ammo.
Okay.
In this, it refills over time. So do you know that complaint we had about the Crucible?
Yes, yeah.
Only having
Set ammo, yeah.
This means now it has a refill meter that refills just naturally during gameplay, shooting weak points and just taking care
Well,
of
you've
it.
pretty much always got it. You got it back in like one glory.
Yep.
I'm
No.
glad we got something extra.
Oh, I had my blood punch and I was like, I'm just going to turn around and punch this thing and get all its health. And then I died.
So I know you knew about it, but like, I'm glad to see that they've actually given us a new unique item to use.
They give us one new weapon.
But you know what? It's a cool idea
It
because
is.
it's rewarding you for getting weak points and getting glory kills. It helps with area of effect damage. It combines with other things to make
good.
like it more skill based as well.
Yeah, to do shit like that, just like if an enemy's on fire or frozen.
Like it makes it more tactical that way.
Bam!
So it's not as ridiculously powerful as the Crucible, but I feel like it's got more utility
The thing
because
is-
it can be recharged.
On paper, it is. Because the Crucible, as we've established, like you can only use it like once.
Yeah, yeah.
You get like one use of it per like encounter if you're lucky, and only then like in the big encounters. And you can still find stuff that just lets you pick it back up.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
I want to set it on fire. Even though I know it can't be, I want to set the ghost on fire just to be a dick. I do wonder if the head counts as a weak point. I'd like to think it does, wouldn't you? Do you know when your head shot a demon? Does that technically count as destroying a weak point?
I think technically it counts on the demon, but it should be.
It's like, that's just, to me, sounds really funny of like, just without their heads, they're powerless.
I found it! Without their heads, they're powerless!
Still always appreciate the line in Shaun of the Dead of like, removing the head or destroying the brain. It's like, well, yeah, I think most things struggle to function if you remove the brain.
But it's nice that we got that confirmation that that's how it works.
It is nice, like, I don't know how they got the information so quickly. It's like, we're not sure what this outbreak is yet, but we found out if you remove the heads, then it works.
It's just most things like generally don't like having their heads knocked off.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if you knew this, Lucas, but most things like having heads.
Can you imagine if that was like the COVID announcement for the week?
Just
Like, COVID can be stopped if someone you know is infected with COVID. Just remove the head or destroy the
to be
brain.
fair, like there's some people out there that already feel that that's happened to them. Oh yeah.
If your family or friends have been infected with COVID.
19. Make sure if you like that's the thing. If you haven't got a head, you can't cough.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We've solved it. We've solved the crisis. Oh, this is happening. That thing's like that suffered a lot. I'm just gonna put it out there. That suffered a lot. So that's actually way more broken than I thought it was, because like with it being like a pickup in horde mode, I was thinking something like the BFG where I'm gonna use it like once as a frustration mechanic.
But no,
Making
you
it-
can just constantly use it.
Which makes sense given that that's what's it's supposed to represent. It's supposed to be like it's literally the thing Doom Guy's holding on the box.
Oh,
the,
right,
the
yeah.
Crucible, yeah. Not this thing, like Crucible is the thing Doom Guy's holding on the box, and you get to use it for about, I want to say, less than 10% of the game.
One level, isn't it?
And in our playthrough, I want to say I used it a grand total of like, not including the moment where you get infinite ammo for it.
Maybe about 3 times.
I want to say I used it about 3 times. And again, discounting the last area where you get infinite ammo for it.
Yeah.
So here's another new enemy type. So it is resistant to everything except the full auto mod.
And the hammer.
And here's the thing. They could have easily made this fine. All you need to say is it's resistant to everything except fully auto weapons. So that just say like stuff like any kinetic weapon with full auto, like the heavy rifle or the minigun.
Yeah, yeah.
All you've got to do to make it balanced. And it's like, nope. At least though it's not invincible, it's just resistant to all of the full damage. And again, it just feels like not enough people use the full auto mod.
Yeah, yeah.
And if that's the case, why not make the full auto mod work better?
In our playtests, it seems like people use these 3 things. Let's make enemies for them.
Punch it. The torch of
Just
kings.
like moments like this, where I'm like, this is the torch of kings. Light it for the world spear. I'm like, this is Doom. We don't need this.
It's also as well how many.
Let me fight evil Mega Doom.
How many like legendary, like forbidden, super secret objects have I picked up when you used to open a door?
Yeah.
So much fanfare has been given for this thing that I'm using to open up a door to the next area.
I mean, to be fair, this is a world where a regular key is just a spirit wolf with like an entire wave of enemies.
Or someone's skull.
Yeah.
And you know what? That's fair. But the idea, like the thing should be like Doom guys shouldn't care. So basically, I've just let everyone know that I'm here to wreck shit.
Mm-hmm.
Which they should know. Oh, let me fight that. Let me fight that. Let me fight it right now. Do not let me ride it and put us into a
You're
bad...
100% riding it.
I don't want to do an on-rails shooting mission. I want to fight it. Give me a glory kill where I punch it.
You should ride it all the way to the world spear and then glory kill it.
No, the glory kill should be riding it. This is actually just a very long glory kill. Do you know my favourite bit of that? It's like, look at all these people who know what you're doing. Doom guy immediately flies 800 feet into the air where no one can hit him.
It really does.
This should be the coolest thing ever, but the fact that they seemingly think it looks so cool is making it less cool. So one of the cool things about Doom is that it doesn't take itself seriously, and it's like, look at, you know how rad this is.
Oh yeah, yeah. But wouldn't it be cool if Doom but dragons?
Yeah, Demon Dragon that he rode.
It seems you're not the only one who wants this mission accomplished. If you defeat the Dark Lord, any demon outside of
I think
hell will
that
be
demon
destroyed.
dragon just thought you were the Dark Lord and was like, oh sir.
What? That'd be a great mechanic. If they had the thing of like Doom guy just walks through the front door because they think it's Doom guy. That makes no sense now. Why are the demons attacking me if I look exactly like their king? I look exactly like their god.
But you don't have weird glowy red tattoos.
They don't know what I look like underneath this armor. Would it be cool if he was just naked?
Would be cool, but only if he's going like full dong out.
Yeah. If he's just Dr. Manhattan in it. He just read Dr. Manhattan. I was waiting. Oh, the chainsaw! Lucas, it's only weak to one thing, and the chainsaw comes in. Thereby making that description.
It said it was resistant to chainsaws,
It's
guys.
the huge fucking lie. Oh, the frames.
You just saw the face come out of nowhere, man. Like, through the mist, the face arrived.
He loves it. Come on!
Ah!
Literally empty the clip! That was worth it, though. If anything, this just highlights how bad this mechanic is. So it's showing, like, how awkward and shit the angle is on all the...
Really?
It's just highlighting how shit the hit detection is more than
Yeah.
anything. So, you know what? I don't care, because I'm going to go through to the next area, because I'm, like, clipping inside of it, and it's not giving it, so I don't care. And so the game's a power fantasy, and, like, this part of the DLC is seemingly delivering on that. Of like, oh, yeah. We did make the first DLC very hard, but we never really gave you anything to counteract it.
Yeah, yeah.
To make you feel like you could do, like, just as
It
much.
was just constantly hard encounters instead.
Escalation encounters.
Ooh.
2 waves of increasing difficulty. Only the second wave is optional. Beating the first wave gives a Sentinel Hammer up. Yeah!
Well then,
Sentinel Hammer upgrade. As soon as I saw it, it's like, yeah.
it's a, the moment you read that, you just like press A. I don't care what it says at the end.
The most useful thing I've gotten so far in this playthrough. I would say it's better than the Crucible. And then combine it with a Blood Punch. Now, this is what I wanted from this deal. I don't care how many enemies they put in. As long as they keep giving me the ability to actually combat the enemies I'm fighting, I don't give a fuck.
Look at this.
As long as I can do
comparison.
shit like that, I'm happy. So
In
think about,
comparison to like the first DLC that we had to drag our way through.
yeah, because like almost everything they included actively made the game less fun. This makes the game more fun. This is something, an addition that I actively enjoy using because it's made
And it's encouraging you to be more aggressive again, which was the first point of Doom.
like almost all the other decisions they make encourage you to be more defensive. Like they're introducing enemies in this DLC, so we can't like let them off the hook. That actively encourage you not to shoot at enemies.
Yeah, they still are doing that, but they're now at least, you know, doing a bit of both.
Because something I showed off in like the horde mode to people is that make your enemy. I went, look, I'm just going to watch this thing, and I cannot hurt this thing as long as it's glowing. And I just stayed still for 6 seconds watching it. It didn't shoot at me, and I didn't shoot at it. And went, does this look like a Doom game? Does this look like the game that's promised on the front cover? Even more difficult encounter. Do you know what? If you would have told me by saying high skill players only, you could fuck off. I'm a high skill player. I still wish they gave you like extra animations for that if you have the Crucible. Like the fact there's not like a double hit, like use the sword, like the Crucible and the chainsaw in like one thing, or make like the Crucible replace the chainsaw once you fix it up.
Well, it's probably because you got the Crucible for 1 level. Or like 2 levels.
It just feels like I said, it's on the something that never occurred to me, as I mentioned it earlier in this recording session. It's like it's the thing on the front of the box, and you don't have it for 90% of the game,
and none of the DLC either.
They take it away from you. It's the thing. It's on the front of the box.
I mean, I don't want to go as far as saying like false advertising, but it's not far off.
Like,
it's false expectations,
yeah.
isn't it?
And they set an expectation of what you're going to be able to do in this game, and then yeah.
It was even used in the marketing material.
Yeah, all the marketing. It was the thing that they sold, like the sequel hook. The sequel hook to the game is Samuel Hayden using it, like him having it in his hand.
But I remember like the 2 things I saw from the trailers before I stopped watching them were the Super Shotgun with the meat hook and then the Crucible.
Yep. I see it. Perfect. Oh, I win. And the thing as well, that stacks. Because when they're stunned, you can put them into a glory kill state, which refills the next stage. It all feeds into the same thing. It's so good. This is how the Crucible should work. Like this.
It should have done.
If you have this DLC, it should make the Crucible work like this. This is such a way more fun way to do it than like being random pickups like the BFG.
Yeah.
So the BFG is now completely pointless now. Why would I use the BFG when I have something that can do just like more damage? And also gives me all my ammo back.
I mean, the BFG is still like a trump card of just to get the fuck out.
Yeah. But, like, it just feels like pointless now. Like, he has no chance. He has no style. He has no grace. Oh,
this is Miss United States.
America, let's do this. Oh, look how fucking America that looks.
I wouldn't mind if Doom Guy was Miss United States.
He could do it. You don't know what, like, you've seen his gams. I love that as well, firing the sheet. Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Just so quick.
Right, there you go.
Right, so when the flame melts,
You've got both.
Alright, are you ready? So even if you don't press it at the right time, oh my god, it stunned all of them. And they're like super enemies, look. These are super heavy demons, and I stunned 3 of them in 1 hit.
Oh my god.
I can't get over how powerful Doom Guy is.
Yeah.
All that shit we were talking about, it not being a proper power fantasy, just like, yeah.
Now it is.
You. Fuck you. Like, this is one of like the most dangerous enemies in the game, and Doom Guy's like, you.
Yeah.
That one.
Fuck off.
Lucas, only for pro players. Pro players only in this map, like, that one.
We dead in a second.
That's one of those things we talk about as well, like being able to kill enemies while they're getting sitting still for the next phase.
Oh. Yeah.
Look at that fucking screen.
Dear God.
Doom Guy, man. This is what I wanted from the DLC.
Oh, this hammer's made things so much better.
You can put as many, like, compare that to the other challenges like this I had in that initial thing of just like, where it was just, I was not having fun.
No, you're running away, actively running away constantly.
That hammer changes everything because it means that even when they're summoning like the waves of bullshit, I always have the ability to stop it. Oh, God damn it.
Can't help you with platforming, though.
The thing is, it technically counts. It counts as an extra jump.
Oh.
Look at that! Look at that PC shit. Okay, where's my boy?
Yeah.
Like that thing's watching that happen. It's like, did you just turn the spider thing upside down?
Thing is, it watched you slowly walk all the way around, though, so you could.
Yeah. Specifically.
No.
He is worthy. Oh no. So this doesn't really make sense when we've established that Doom Guy has the ability to summon a demon that'll fly him wherever he wants to go.
Yeah.
Like, why did I have to walk here? I should have still been on the back of the demon with the hammer.
Like, if anything, Doom Guy should have been the person going, I don't need to prove I'm worthy, fuck you, and flew straight in.
Yeah. Like, he should have been playing like Joe Polo on the horse. Just with the hammer. Like with demon heads. Like, he should have it in his hands the entire time. If this game doesn't give me a hammer and a crucible at the same time...
What, one in each hand?
What is the point?
Super shotgun in the mouth. Fuck it.
No, replace the meat hook with like mini crucibles. Just tiny little ones. I'm surprised that's not like an upgrade or a skin.
Yeah,
Like a demonic version of the meat hook that's got like that effect on all the sentinel weaponry with the runes and the like blood magic. Like, what are you possibly going to put through here?
So these are all like the guys that we've been getting cookies from the entire time.
Yeah, and they're like, fuck, this guy looks, he's so stoned now.
We gave him too many cookies.
Like, Doom Guy looks fucking ripped.
Is that what the Dark Lord is when he just stops getting fed cookies?
Just real pissed. So have a Snickers, mate. So let's get to the bottom here and see what's going on.
Well, we got to the bottom of it.
Right, one more sec. Oh, okay. Let's get to like the. I'll say we'll get to the next area.
Yeah.
Okay. I was having fun, guys. You don't need to put bad traversal into your games.
Isn't this just the same as the Sentinel Crystal?
It looks like the Sentinel Crystal, but
They've
maybe,
used the same model.
to be fair, maybe it's where the Sentinels got their crystals. There we go.
Maybe.
The World Sphere. And I explored the entire area. Escalation encounter, those things are fun. Those are super fun. That's what Horde mode should have been. Just Horde mode, just like, oh, here's 5 spirits and a marauder, and you're like, fuck off. That was like that was difficult, and it was
It was really fun.
It was very hectic, but just the amount of ability I have to, like this is it. I'm so mad. I'm so mad. Do you know why? Because Pacific Rim, like. Ruined an idea that could have been cool by making it look super lame, which is Titans that pilot Titans.
Yeah.
Because they have like a mini Jaeger in Pacific Rim 2 that pilots all the Jaegers. Like, oh, that'd be so fucking cool. Anyway, I'm so excited for the next. I'm actually going to go get a glory kill so I can do
Is
something.
that the evolution that they make in Titanfall 3? They have Titans and Mega Titans.
Oh, fuck off. I'm just going to let you read that description before I go and...
If you are hit by the Cursed Prowler, you become cursed. Take damage over time. Unable to dash or target the Cursed Prowler with lock-on weapons. When cursed, you've got to blood punch the Cursed Prowler to kill it and remove the effect.
So it removes all of your movement options.
And does damage over time.
Yeah.
And you can't lock onto it, you've got to go blood punch off it.
Yeah. I just want to do that because you know what? Just, like, I need to impress the giant robot a lot. It's like, Mr. Robot, I wish to impress you. Just... You can do it. I am now so excited for this game.
Well, it's hammer time.
Yeah, after that last play session where like, they give us the Sentinel hammer, I was like, okay, what's this thing? Oh, this is the best. Also, look at all the free shit I'm getting. There's apparently a new event going on in Doom Eternal, a 2-3-year-old game, and they give me free new cosmetics for the game. Oh man, isn't it great when first-person shooter games just give you lots of free cosmetics for just taking part and supporting it for a long time?
Carl, we can't be talking about Halo Infinite a minute in again.
I wouldn't keep talking about Halo Infinite if not for the fact that every time we boot up Doom, new shit about Halo Infinite comes out. Like, have you seen the thing like this week where it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna readjust the shop because it costs £20 in the Halo Infinite store to buy like a skin for your AI, which is something you never see during gameplay.
Yeah.
And it's like, why do you make it so bad though?
Well, I think they just pushed their luck way too far, didn't they?
It's the same. It's the Battlefield or Battlefront 2 thing, isn't it? Like, you see how far you can push it, and then you dial it back because, predictably, when stuff like that happens, people will be like, "Well, look, they're listening to our feedback." It's like they're not. They've just seen how far they can push it before you get pissed off.
Yeah, it's always the way of like it gets put across as like, look, this company's like doing good and fixing the problems. It's like, no, the problem was that they got really fucking greedy in the first place.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where it's depressingly predictable because the moment it happens, well, not only does it muddy the waters, it means that now they have just like a running defense force of fans who every time you like give it valid criticism like this shit sucks ass, will just immediately be like, well no, they've tried to change it, why are you like being so mad? And it's like, it's so predictable and it's so frustrating that it works. It's every time.
Yep.
Well, in the
And it's like a tried and true formula at this point.
Yep. It's the boiling frog analogy, which I know the frog doesn't boil, it's an interesting one to see out. Like, if you turned it all the way up, the frog would jump out. So people don't know the boiling frog analogy is a frog in a pot of boiling water. If you chuck it in, it will immediately jump out. But if you put it into a pot of cold water and then bring it to the boil, the frog will sit there as it drowns. It'll sit there as it drowns. And
Which
bursts
again,
out
like,
horribly.
isn't true, but as you say, it makes for a good analogy.
Yes, they used it on. The actual test was lobotomized frogs, which I think actually is more apt because if there's one thing I think I know big companies would want, it is a completely docile consumer base.
Yeah, like if lobotomized frogs had wallets, then gaming companies would be going after that.
What am I doing, Lucas? Not just using this shit all the time.
Yeah, I'm wondering.
Like, because you get it back after two glory kills, not even like a bunch, two.
Like, you could have had it back then if you'd managed to get that glory.
Oh, got it
There
back
we go,
straight
got
away.
it back.
You
Yeah.
know what? Let's freeze this guy. It's like enemies don't stand a chance. It's fantastic. I love it. It's so fun.
And I was actually speaking to a friend the other day because they were
Yes.
like, "Oh yeah, I got into Doom Eternal, but
Yes.
I started playing like the Ancient Gods Part 1 and kind of like it was real like big difficulty spike and it kind of put me off."
And you told them like, just keep at it. Keep at it.
I
Trust
just
me.
said to them, I was like, well, even if you want to ignore Part 1, if you don't care about the story, I was like, just go and play Part 2 because there's a hammer introduced that just fixes so many things.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Lucas, fixing of so many things, I can't move now. I'm unable to move.
Yeah, what is
Because-
going on with the screen?
It's this thing, remember? Which runs away and you can only be killed by a glory kill.
yes.
I got blood punch it, sorry. And I can't dash, and its whole thing is it runs away. That's its thing. And that's introducing this DLC.
And that's what I was having a conversation with them about. It's just every enemy introduced in the DLC is designed to make you run and gun less.
Yep. Oh.
And it's just, even they, you know, was sitting there telling me, yeah, it just, the difficulty goes up and it feels a lot slower and less fun. I was like,
Yeah.
this is the exact problem we had.
Yep. And even then you saw, the instant that enemy came in, I stopped having fun. Because it's like, no longer am I about like killing as many demons as possible. It's like, okay, let's look for this one specific demon that runs away the entire time you're trying to fight it.
It was just so funny because
The exact same thing.
unprompted, my friend started talking to me about Doom, and then went, yeah, I tried Doom Eternal. I had more fun with Doom 2016.
Yep.
I really like the fact that they like just push the story out of the way and like you shoot things,
Yep.
and started just like listing all the problems.
The
we had
exact
from-
things that
with
we've
this,
talked about
but-
the entire time.
Yeah, and I was like, I feel a bit validated. I haven't even had to prompt you to say any
Yeah,
of it.
it's just unprompted. You said this, like the exact complaint we did. Sentinel Hammer is like fucking Bay. So I think like one of the episode names I just called it like friendship ended with Crucible. Sentinel Hammer is my new best friend.
You know what? It's funny because I was about to say that even though I didn't know that you titled the video that.
Yeah, that meme that everyone.
Yeah,
loves.
I was about to just quote that meme, but yeah.
I love that
Crucible,
one.
it's about a Sentinel Hammer, baby.
Like Indian Facebook man, like stayed winning. Let's go.
I don't know why that's just such a strong meme in my
It's
eyes.
because it's real. It's not
Yeah.
what it was. It was like a real thing. So people don't know what we're talking about. There's like a meme where it's like some Indian guy on Facebook just stopped being friends with someone and announced it in this really awful, like it looks like a shit post, but you know it's real and he made it on paint. That just says like friendship ended with like Rahid or something like that. So and so is my new best friend. And then they had a thing after the fact of being like, actually no, they made up, and it's like friendship regained with Rahid. We are now. So I always forget that my blood punch gets super strong. No, my blood punch!
Oh no!
My blood punch gets super strong.
That is a hell of a room though.
It's just a pain elemental. Just no. You don't get to play today. No, I don't even care about the glory kill on that thing. I just want it to be dead.
Yeah. Well, you got a chainsaw and a flame belt.
Yeah, I
Well,
There we go. Oh!
oh,
You're all
take
mine.
him down on
Oh,
the
he's
shield.
landing on the shield!
Oh.
Like, he's there just for, like, my entertainment at this point. Fuck
Oh,
you!
you like caught it in midair.
In midair. He thought he was going, like, the hot shit.
It's
Like, Doom Guy, he's always there, ready.
you can pretty much have it but nearly all the time.
Yeah.
To just annihilate things like that. Look at what it did to that guy.
He didn't have a chance, did it? Little Mancubus. Oh yeah, I've refilled it again once I destroyed both his hammers at once, which count as 2 separate destructions. Am I gonna punch an entire fucking train?
Hell yeah, you are. You're Doom Guy.
Lucas, I'm gonna punch a train. I'm so excited.
Also-
Oh no!
Like, did we really need a cutscene for that? Oh my god, no.
Yeah, so you're ready. Read that description for me, Lucas.
The riot soldier's indestructible shield absorbs all frontal damage. Shoot behind their shield to destroy them.
And do you know what? You didn't need to put this enemy type in, because the Riot Soldier's shield is already pretty much indestructible, unless you shoot it with plasma weaponry. It was already balanced enough. You didn't
Yeah,
need
they
to make
already
one.
have a system to make the soldier work anyway.
Like, you didn't need to just make it so that they are completely invincible. But look at, does this look like Doom to you? This looks like, it looks like a shitter game. It makes Doom look so much worse when shit like that's happening.
Yeah, it does.
Ah! Right, these are like Horde mode Redux, only that they give you access to the Sentinel Hammer the entire time, so they make it a pickup. And when something's I don't know about you, but when something's a pickup like that, I don't like using it.
Not overly, no.
It's like the whole thing about elixirs in RPGs, like you never use them because they're a rare pickup.
But there might be a bigger, harder combat encounter where I need to use a pickup in a minute.
Which is generally always true in an RPG, but not other things, so. Lucas, what am I doing?
Why are you fighting things?
Yeah, why am I fighting instead of swinging? When am I fighting instead I should be swinging? What am I doing? Yeah! Oh fuck! No! 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 The wolf! The wolf! No! As soon as that guy coming, I'm like, no! 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 I heard it.
You just hear the it's oh fuck. There we go.
Just
blind.
oh my
it.
god! Do you see how fast like Doom Guy Wesker towards that thing? Stop being annoying. No one likes you. There we go. I'm gonna teleport. Watch how fast he's gonna run there. It's gonna be hilarious.
Oh, can they not run into the teleporter?
No.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I love when you run away from them and you can tell that the AI gets pissed about it. It's like, stop doing this.
Oh my god, what is going on?
There's a lot of pinkies in here.
There's a lot of motion blur right now.
There is. The blur.
It's like motion blur combined with just being inside of a pinky.
Yeah. Oh, I'm on its head, look! Oh,
Yeah!
I've not seen that one, that was so cool! Because for a second there, I was like, I like how the combat tip is, like, don't fight it. What a stupid fucking enemy. What a stupid design choice. Do you know what people really like? Not being able to move in this Twitch shooter. Oh, fuck off! Doing the thing the game tells you to do.
You've got to make sure you don't shoot, but I know that you're probably just doing it off instinct.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm waiting for now? Cursed Marauder, where the wolf's cursed. It's like as if I wasn't having not enough fun already. Like, it's just, I don't understand how they thought it was a good idea to have an enemy that you just can't hurt. And then they
Don't know
double
as well,
down.
like, it's weird to me because, as I mentioned back in the playthrough, like, the one, like, you know, problem child I heard was the Marauder.
Yeah.
Because people got annoyed that it meant that you had to stop playing how you wanted to and start playing how the game
I
wanted
understand.
to.
I've seen the breakdown of it from like the developers of why it's a good idea. It's like, I do agree that an enemy that forces you to play on its terms is a good idea for like a boss or a mini boss, which it is. But the fact that they double down on its design decision, like that works for one enemy type.
And even then, even if they think it's a good design decision, the fan base were very outspoken about how much they didn't like that enemy type.
Yeah.
And they decided to, as you say, not just like double down though. They decided every single enemy that they're going to put in the new game
Yeah.
is going to just live and die around the same ideas.
Like, look how much easier it is to take out the Doom Hunter, which is a literal level boss. Like, you go through an entire level which that is the culmination of the entirety of the thing, and I killed it faster than I killed the Marauder. Not because the Marauder's harder, but because the Marauder just doesn't take damage for half of the time it's on screen. Do that one. That's the one that I had to do for the insult.
Oh no.
It's too
No,
threatening.
Karl, no.
It's so scary. I like look, the full charge on this thing has like a little area effect, look. That goes out,
yeah.
and that's what pushed the thing over. I like how I
That's
don't
what they should do next, isn't it?
What's that?
Enemies underwater while you can't fire.
Yeah. So we've already taken away all your abilities, but then you get hit by a prowler, and then like 5 Doom Hunters come in, and they're like, instead of having the little turret, they're all on like surfboards. Do you like the Crash Bandicoot surfboard?
Yeah.
They're all on that, and they're like, whoa! And, oh fuck no, please. No, they're trying to stop me. They know. They know. Oh, that was so mean. That one was cool. All that. I'm pretty sure Doom Guy could have jumped. There's enough force in his. If you would have put a demon at the top of there, he could have got that. No problem. There we go. So now we can actually have some fun in this combat encounter. And there's clearly an enemy down here I've not killed. Where's it hiding? Where's your bet? Oh no, that must have been it.
Oh, it
that
was
demon.
that little possessed.
What we didn't know is that he was actually the leader. That's what the demons have started doing. They've started promoting the lesser demons because they know that Doom Guy sometimes ignores them. Not all the time, but sometimes he will ignore them.
A couple of them normally get away.
Yeah, and it's like, it's not that that's going to stop Doom Guy, but it will slow him down for a little bit. How can a gate be offline? It's a fucking gate. Imagine someone telling you that like your gate doesn't work. It's like, I remember when my boss got like an Apple Watch. And he was like, oh, I've got a new Apple Watch, Karl. Look at all the stuff it does. I went, okay, what time is it? I can't tell because it's updating. But fucking great. What an amazing piece of technology. Hey. Just coming down. But I thought he was waving then. Because you're not thinking what you wave at someone that you think you recognise and it turns out it's the wrong person. You're like, oh, that's really embarrassing. But, perfect. Oh. I like swung and it missed. It's like right off the top of its Swede. Doom Guy. No. You. Mine.
Just going down raving.
Yeah. Oh! He tried, look.
Oh!
I respect that he went for the swing. I respect that at the very least.
Going out swinging, literally.
Yeah, I respect that he went for the swing, but also at the same time, how dare you fucking touch me. I'm going to walk past him so he thinks, oh, did Doom Guy not realise I was here? And then it's like, no.
Oh shit, he spared me. He left me alone.
Yeah, and that's never happened. Maybe I'm the luckiest demon in the world. It's like, you actually
As he just feels something on the back of his neck, like, no, wait.
I've still got all BFG ammo as well. I've not felt the need to use like any of my BFG ammo. I was like looking there, like, when's this door going to open? And I turn around, oh, this looks cool. This is some cool shit. Like, oh, I like how I'm getting dragged in slowly. Like, woo! That was really fun. Just whoa! Exploration. Found everything except like a little bit of a book. There's a book that I didn't get. The final battle has begun, using the Gate of Diva to access the Heart of Hell. The Slayer now stands before the gates of Imora, ready to face the Dark Lord. Armies now gather as the Dark Realm prepares for war, and the coming conflict will decide the fate of all. I hope there is a moment where I get to fight the entire army. If there's not a moment where I have got my single shotgun shot, I want the Captain America moment. Do you know where the entirety of Thanos' army's there, and just Captain America just straps on the shield like, well, let's get to it, lads. If they've been promising a battle between literal armies, if I'm not seeing some Lord of the Rings shit, I don't care.
What, you want a battle of 5 armies? Is that what you're saying, Karl?
Yeah. I want that level of quality on CGI at least.
Oh god, not the Hobbit CGI, Jesus Christ.
Oh, of course he's got fucking shitty Doom armor, I knew it!
Oh no.
He's wearing a mech suit and it looks so fucking lame!
It's like some really bad, like, 40k cosplay.
Yeah. Do you know what makes it worse though? Hey, we talked earlier in the playthrough about the idea of the best boss fights are bosses that are just you. So this is where I can't believe I pulled this off. Because Virgil was just in his like, fuck you, I win mode. And I thought I'd lost it here until just parry every single sword. Oh, what a punch! And then Virgil wins. So, Lucas.
Were you waiting for this?
Yeah, the music's kicking in. You will accept my existence, old man. And then he didn't die, and I was super salty about it. So I was like, that would have been the best ending for this fight.
As Devil Trigger's kicking in.
Until this happened.
Oh!
I just deflected all the swords in a row while doing it.
Ching, 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 ching.
And then Virgil's like, oh, Lucas. Oh, look at this game. Oh, yeah. Fuck him up. Lucas, look at my mission. Unleash some Autobot justice. Fuck you, Starscream.
Yeah, we're on
This
the
is
space
why
bridge
I-
now, Karl.
This is why I lead the Autobots. Look at him. What? No. Not this time. Not this time, motherfucker. And I was like, kind of excited for the potential of fighting yourself, like Devil May Cry. The fact that he's in a big mech suit means it's going to be a multi-phase boss fight,
Yeah.
and it's going to be really lame. It's going to be a quick time event for the kill. It's not going to be a fun fight that's one-on-one and uses all my abilities. This is promising a decent start to the level now. So if I get a mech suit, that's alright.
I mean, this isn't far off what you just said with the Captain America moment.
But if we get a mech suit as well, then that fight would be pretty cool, but that looks so fucking lame.
It does.
Because it means that we're not going to be able to glory kill him. Oh, wait, have I got some backup? It's Captain America!
Oh, the
Rip
balls are
off,
coming in!
rip off Avengers! They're ripping off Avengers! Oh.
They are.
It's literally the portal scene!
Oh, man.
Oh, creative bankruptcy! Let's go! Oh, it looks so shit, but you know they thought it looked cool.
Oh, God. It's so try-hard.
Yeah.
It's the opposite of what we were saying at the start, where we were saying it all looks naturally pretty cool.
Yeah.
And that looks so try-hard.
Yeah, because they're trying to rip off the Avengers, but it's not going to be as good because we have no attachment to any of the characters coming in to help us. Like, that guy had less screen time than the shotgun. Keep in mind. The super shotgun got more play than that guy's entire story did.
Man, they really endgamed this.
Yeah, and that's what makes
Or
it
they,
so
or
lame.
they tried to, anyway.
Yeah, and it's lame because none of the people coming in to help us matter.
However, it's cool putting us right in the middle of this giant fight.
It is, yes. But, do you know what I should be able to do now? Instead of a grenade, I should just call in, like, an orbital bombardment. Let's go on, get in there, yeah! Keep in mind as well, they told us that only the Sentinel Blade can kill one of those things, meaning that fight's pointless.
Why aren't we firing the BFG 10,000 with us in it directly at Doom Guy, like Dark
Yeah,
Lord?
and do you know we shot ourselves into the sun?
Yeah.
So this mission does look like it's going to be a lot of fun, so it's not even original. It's not original, because I even said, oh, it's just they're going to do the endgame thing, and then they even put the portals.
Yeah.
And the reason that scene works in Endgame is because all the characters who come in are characters that you give a fuck about, and you're like, oh my god, they're all back. In this, they bring in Commander Valen, a character who, as mentioned, has less screen time than the Super Shotgun. The Super Shotgun has got more backstory than that guy does.
It's got a better character arc.
Do you want to be better if the Super Shotgun came in?
The super shotgun just says on your left. And
Yeah, do you know, like, right at the start of the fight with the Dark Lord, if he took the Super Shotgun off me, and then, as Doom Guy's here, it's like, the portal opens and your shotgun comes in on a drone. Like, he's done upgrades to it, and he's put, like, little crucibles at the bottom of the blades.
Oh, man.
And it says, like, oh yeah, now the range on it's 8 miles, and I just launch myself all the way up there. And I'm like, whoa! And then it becomes Spider-Man. I can already see the fight with Doom Guy. It's going to be the same thing with every boss fight in Doom, and it's just a life bar and mobs.
Yeah.
And that does not make the Dark Lord seem like a worthy threat, and I would love to be corrected on that. I would love
Hopefully
for the
we
Dark
are.
Lord... For the... Oh shit, sorry. I would love, if this game wants to redeem itself after that, they need to have the Dark Lord step out of the armor the instant we step into the ring.
Yeah.
He needs to immediately just flex out of the armor and say, I don't need it, and fight us hand to hand.
That'd be
Otherwise,
baller.
his status as being equal to me is completely false, because he needs extra shit to stand up to me.
And also, it kind of just defeats the point of having, like, the Dark Lord be a
Copy
character
of
in the
me.
first place.
He could have just been anybody. If you're gonna dress him up like a fucking generic Warhammer boss, you could have just made him anybody. If he's supposed to be Doom Guy, he should be wearing my armor but red. I want to point out, I did a little bit of research for the compilation I've been making for this.
Okay, yeah.
Like, what did other people think of that Endgame moment? I legit found an article that's like, has Endgame been topped by Doom Eternal? And it's like, oh, they're the kind of people they're trying to appeal to with this
Yeah,
shit.
exactly. And it will work on a lot of people.
Yeah, of course it will.
But there's
Lucas,
no
like,
payoff.
Endgame was good.
It's like, that's a cool moment, but it's a much cooler moment when there's actually some payoff.
Yeah, there's no payoff to that moment. There's nothing that like
because there's such a little amount of build-up unless you've done like prior research on the lore and stuff.
yeah, or you give a fuck about that guy, which I don't.
No.
It's like I said, the moment would actually be cool if it was an inversion of the endgame moment, and it was that you don't get any backup except for a new gun. Because that would suit the game way more, I feel, because the whole point of Doom Guy is that he doesn't need any help.
Yeah, the portal opens up and it's just the super shotgun.
Yeah, it's just a new shotgun upgrade and that's it, and then like the Dark Lord says something like, is that all you need? And Doom Guy just cocks the shotgun and sprints towards the enemy. It's like, realistically, like, you'd hope for this section, if they were going to, like, you know, deliver on that, they'd have, like, a bunch of cool shit happening. But there's no cool shit happening. There's no, like, guys coming in to help me. So their actual help is not something I'm able to notice.
No, it's just in the
looking over
background.
and seeing that. Oh, yeah.
So I think, you know,
There you go.
as a follow-up to Doom 2016, I've been a little bit disappointed, but that it's hard to follow up that game and put it into context of all other games. Like, this game has been good. The chainsaw, the hammer, that was a cool one.
Yeah, that's a really good one, that, isn't it?
The Scorpion tech. No, the Sub-Zero tech, sorry. Oh, God.
The spine out.
Call
let's
myself
go.
a fucking Sub-Zero fan.
That's it. Are you a Sub-Zero or a Scorpion?
Sub-Zero.
Man? I've always been a Sub-Zero man.
Oh, yeah. It's just cool.
Always,
isn't it?
like, he is. In every sense of the word. Mine. Oh, you saw it getting hit by that as well.
Yeah, just in the background.
Ooh,
Just eat it.
that'll do. Mine. Another one over there. Let's get them both in.
Oh, you're trying to cut them both in half.
Yeah.
That would be a really
Oh, no.
cool weak point, wouldn't it? Is if you could use that.
Oh, just hit him right in the centre.
Yeah, hit them right in the center and cut the sled off.
I would love something like that.
That'd be a
That'd be
really
like-
cool little interaction. Again, like one of the annoying things about this game, which
Get the fuck out of my way. Fuck it.
doesn't live up to 2016 in the same sense, is like the soundtrack.
Yeah, oh, it's just like Mick Gordon track.
Yeah.
And I know a bunch of people messaged me about it. It's like, the reason Mick Gordon didn't do the soundtrack is because he was asked to return it at a certain time and didn't. It's like, it's almost like he's a perfectionist and you should have let him do it.
Yeah.
So I know he had a contract, he didn't stick to it, but at the same time, the work he did for you last time was good enough for him to earn that level of trust.
Oh.
Yeah. It's because if he's going to tell me that it's for high-skilled slayers only, well, then no, I'm going to do it.
Yeah. Baiting you in
It's
there,
like
Carl.
Is the combat account going to start now? So I'll make sure to take out the Armoured Baron first, because the Armoured Barons are... They're not fun. No, fuck off. I've got to earn my upgrades. Doom Guy wants his cosmetics.
He does. And I would love to know what Doom Guy would say when you ask him, like, well, why are you doing this encounter? It's like, well, it said I can unlock a new armor skin.
Are you going to equip it? No, but I want it.
No, I want it. It's like, Doom Guy, do you give a shit? Well, it's an unlockable. Of course I do.
I need it.
It's just seeing both of them, the bros coming in.
I don't mind the enemy type. It's the shield enemies that piss me off.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because the shield, there's no easy way to get through them.
You've just got to find the shield guy and kill him.
Come on. Like, this is the thing of, like, do your attack.
Because not only have you got to get a precision hit on that thing, you've got to wait until it decides, I want to be vulnerable.
Yes. And that's the frustration.
Because
I
you
know I can
can
hit it,
see you had the chance, and then a load of other enemies start swarming you.
which presumably is, like, where the difficulty comes from. And that difficulty to me feels artificial. Either way, got them both.
And you have got your hammer
So
ready.
I've got my Sentinel Hammer. Go away. Fuck you, Spirit Wolf. Oh, do you see that? He actually did a secondary attack. I've never seen a Marauder do that.
Okay, you did get the... It's like, I remember last time, just picked up my phone because I got a notification and Spotify starts playing. I'm like, no.
I don't want to get copyright struck.
Like, someone's just like, oh, quick, I need your attention. Spotify needs me. It's like, no, Spotify
It does.
doesn't stop.
So would you like to listen to 14 episodes of Joe Rogan's podcast?
No, I wouldn't. I'd like to
Apparently
listen
they care
to
more
Neil
about him
fucking
than they do
Diamond.
about like any musician on their platform. Like, do you know that thing of like Spotify doesn't care about musicians? That's pretty much confirmed now with all that shit.
Oh yeah, when they literally chose a podcaster
Over
over
musician.
a musician. It's
So there's going to be a turret section where I'm just going to fire this gun once, and then...
maybe you
Hey.
get fired on the cannon.
Yeah. Come on,
Maybe
turret
we
section.
are the bullet.
I hope so.
I don't think we are. Oh no, we are. Yes.
We are. Woohoo!
Okay, fantastic. There's the only
What?
acceptable use of a man cannon is shoot Doom guy. Like,
I like that. Hell has its own technology. There we go. How empowered are you really? Are you really that empowered? Not so much. Ooh.
I'm ready, Carl.
How long is this going to take? Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah! Okay, I nailed that.
I'm really
First
hoping as
time,
well
maybe.
that they will like insta-kill lasers of Doom.
Oh
Oh yes! Oh, let's go.
Oh,
Straight away, they're not messing around.
yeah, Oh, two!
Oh.
Okay. Okay. Now we're getting serious. And there's a bunch of stuff that can empower them here. So let's, and I see all these, like, screecher buffs, so let's get him in. Right, I win.
Yep.
Let's get the one.
With that upgrade though, it is pretty much a guarantee kill.
Yep, and it's giving me the other one straight back. Look, there we go.
Yep.
So I'm just trying not to shoot him while that screecher thing's there, look.
Yeah. Yep. Just
Fuck you.
pure absolute damage. It's like challenging, I don't mind. Annoying enemies are the problem. Like, obviously
Yes.
it comes, you know, with what we're saying, but it's just, there's so many examples of difficult enemies that aren't annoying and aren't just like, kill me with this one weapon.
And I'm liking these, like, cool little, like, one-shot kill soldiers. The idea that hell has its own military and it sucks. It's like, the demons are better than... Like, why are these, like, the last, like, enemy introduced in this game when they seemingly aren't good enough to, like, stop me? Like, look at it.
Yeah,
They go down in, like, one shot.
they're the same as basically like the possessed, aren't they? They're just...
Well, I'm, like, clearly I'm going to walk through this fucking door. Oh, Lucas, the final boss.
Oh, okay.
I wonder
Well,
if
I wonder what's about to happen.
When I walk through this door. Okay, this better be the biggest, baddest fucking thing in the game. Oh, fox! Okay, Ruby. I like how I'm like, oh, this better be super fun, and the instinct is
You
like,
are
no.
cursed. The only thing I'll say is just give a pay rise to the fuckers that made the hammer.
Yeah, whoever put that hammer in, give them some fucking money.
I mean, at this point, like, presume it's a fucking team of people making these decisions, but all of the people involved with the hammer, job well done.
Yeah, it's worth pointing out as well that hammer doesn't stun the spirit's love.
I mean,
So, they fully break the rules of the game.
fuck's sake.
It's just, all you need to do is just look at it and go, it's sprinting at you in a straight line. It's like, how is this fair? Because I've not actually managed to complete the Horde mode yet.
Oh, okay.
It's the final wave of Horde mode, as it sends two of these after you. And all they do is they run in a straight line, and two of them got me boxed in, and I lost, like, I think I built up like 6 lives. And they took all 6 lives off me before I could get out of the corner.
God.
Because I literally could not get away from them because they just boxed me in.
Anything?
Oh, that was good, because I went through the thing, and it's like, I'm not even going to look whether it hit it or not.
What are the odds that this is a cutscene?
Oh, if we kill him in a... Do you know what? I wouldn't be mad if we killed him in a cutscene. Because, like, somewhat, like, we were told it was bad. If he just dies in a cutscene, I actually don't mind that. If the combat encounter prior to getting him in the cutscene is awesome. Oh, okay! Let me shoot the guns. Give me, like, a minigun or a turret. If, like, the final combat encounter to reach the Dark Lord is, like, sick awesome.
Just jump at this pain elemental. Yeah!
You know as well the only reason that's a cutscene is because if they try to make the player do it, they'd fuck it up.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Do you notice as well, it's all super shotgun ammo.
Oh my god, yes.
This reminds me of like the original Doom, which is like a really wide open corridor.
Yeah.
I just realised that's why it's the super shotgun in it. It's for this. It's so I could do this.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Just Okay, this is satisfying. So he's saying you're gonna lose connection when we go into the sanctum. I think that might be the thing that's protecting him. Yeah, the final combat encounter in this game is a bunch of imps.
Yeah.
Do you know what that reminds? What is it you told me about like Mass Effect, where there's that like random enemy and like he gets held up by the fan base as like the strongest enemy in the universe?
Or
What's that?
Is it Ravager Shield or something like that? I can't.
Is it like Turian Soldier number 3? It's like the very final enemy
Let me
fighting all
have
of
a
Mass
little
Effect.
look.
While we go into this cutscene and explain what I mean by that. Hold to continue. Because that's kind of disappointing as a final combat encounter. Like, I was hoping it was just going to be like, fuck it, we're going to send like 1,000,000 Marauders after you.
Oh, that's it, yeah. Marauder Shields. And people have, like, memed him as being Marauder Shields, because the final enemy of Mass Effect 3 is, like, one guy at the end guarding, like, the beacon that you have to go to.
Mm-hmm.
And it just is a normal Marauder enemy that has a shield on it.
And he has like no specific...
It's just the most generic of generic enemies that you've been fighting through all of the games. And it's just, oh yeah, who's your final enemy? A Marauder with a shield. So people have started calling him like Marauder Shields as a character.
Yeah. Well, it's like this guy, the ultimate Dark Lord of all of hell. He has like 8 imps protecting him.
Yeah.
He looks so shit. So what's going to be the gimmick, Lucas? Because we're no doubt going to get a tutorial the instant this fight starts. I can't go. It looks so shit. It'd be way more fun if he was just me.
Yeah.
It'd be more fun if he was naked. If he was naked.
Just the true
like Doom Guy took
intimidation
his armor
tactics. Not putting armor on, taking armor off. That's the scariest.
Luke's, I've seen
point.
it. Luke's, I've seen it. He's got a shield.
It's Marauder Shields. He's back again. For fuck's sake.
Lucas.
Why?
Lucas is a marauder.
Yeah, he's Marauder Shields. Fucking hell.
It's just a marauder
It's
for
a
the final
marauder.
enemy.
Oh. And he's got wolves as well. So the wolves will drop Sentinel Hammer energy.
So the final fight of this game is a fight I've already done 100 times.
It's a Marauder. Dear God.
What's the gimmick? This is the shittest it's ever been. Oh my, this is so bad. It's just...
Oh,
this is so shit! This is it. This is the final fight of the entire game.
Marauder fight.
This is the final fight. Is this? When I think Doom, I think slowly jumping side to side. Did you see that?
No.
He gets health back when he hits me. There's no way that's a mechanic. There's no fucking way they gave us a final boss that heals. And
oh no!
And he doesn't have the eye flash on that sword hit. He's back to full health. Yeah, look. He doesn't have the eye flash
No,
on.
but it is a big slow swing.
Okay, so just... look how slow he's going.
And look how... oh my god.
He's back to full health.
Yeah. Also, just going back to music, does this feel like the final boss music?
No, this feels like loading screen music.
Yeah.
At least, okay. At least I'm getting down like the first life bar. Okay.
Like, not only can he heal himself, he's got 5 fucking life bars.
This is like a fucking Yakuza boss. Do you know when they've got like the 18 life bars? You're like, are you fucking kidding me? Come on. So the final boss fight of Doom Eternal is a boss fight in which you can't even use your own moveset.
Yeah. Doom Eternal's entire premise is kill enemies the way we want you to kill them. Especially, you know, the DLC.
Like, let me rip his armor off. Let me rip each piece. Okay, new phase. Okay, the Sentinel Hammer kills all summoned demons. Summoned wolves will drop hammer energy. Glory killing zombies. Oh, no, that heals him.
So just use your hammer on those if you need to.
Yeah, as soon as he summons them.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? This is the final boss.
Yeah,
This is atrocious.
This is awful.
Fuck off!
I don't have words for how bad this is.
I'm spending half the fight circle strafing doing nothing.
It's like, you know what? A bit disappointed when it turned out to be Doom Guy that was the Dark Lord. But at least we could get the Dante Virgil. Then they put him in a big fucking dock-off armor suit. That's annoying. And now they've just made him a Marauder. And he can heal himself. Oh. Like, it can't get worse, but they will endeavour.
I just can't get over how lame it is. It's
Yep.
so unfun. I'm not having fun. Okay. Got his health back. That's full health. Yes, give our wolves. Spirit wolves. Like, what? Thing is that, if I was him, I'd simply stop summoning the wolf. Nope, got his health back.
Oh,
Is that
for
there?
fuck's sake, the whole life bar.
It looks like he was charging up the spin attack. When people told me this is the worst boss fight in the game, I did not believe them. That might be one of the stupidest decisions I've ever seen. The fact that he can heal.
Oh, and it's on 4 life bars again. It's giving you the checkpoint at the arena change and not the life bars.
Like, who hurt the person? Who hurt the person who came up with this?
There you go.
And there's not
One more
even a
life
cool,
bar.
like, glory kill animation
not.
of me ripping... Do you know what you need for that? Every time I do that, I rip a piece of his armor off. Rip a different piece of his armor off, so it's me fighting him hand to hand. There we go.
Okay,
Like,
last phase
Please.
where presumably he's going to get another move. Come on, get out the armor.
just step out of the armor and fight me like a man. Step out of the armor and fight me. Do a cool thing.
Yeah, please.
Do something cool.
Throw the sword away, get out the suit.
I don't care. This entire fight has been ruined.
To you, Slayer. Imora and its people would have been perfect, if not for the treachery of my servants.
I don't care. Listen to him talking like they stole my power and like he fights in such a lame way. Do you know if you're going to rip off Endgame? Do you know what they should be doing right now? Do you know what Doom's this guy should be doing? He should be calling in like Thanos style meteor attacks. Anything cool?
No, Karl, I told you, 1 new attack. There we go, so... I was going to say more wolves, but now it's just he also spawns in a spirit of another
Yeah.
fucker. I can't even remember what
No.
those things are called.
Barons, I think.
Oh, okay.
No, that's not his spin attack, so he got full health back up. Even though I didn't have any hit stop on that. I don't have any Sentinel. Please just... No, he's not going to do the spin.
No, of course not.
No, he doesn't even like directly kill them all. They just... Dead. So that doesn't even kill all of them, it just kills the weaker ones, so I still have to contend with the Baron. Do you know what I'd love to go do after this is done? Maybe for like the compilation, go get some feedback from the makers about what their thought process was behind the final boss.
How do you mean?
Don't you always get those of like the developer reels? I'm curious what their thought process was.
Well, we wanted to give the players a really unfun, unhyped moment to end the game.
I'm genuinely curious what their thought process was behind this enemy type.
I wonder if there
What
even
was
is
their
any
thinking?
insight on this specifically.
There must be like an interview with the developer about, even if not like specifically about this, about their thoughts for the DLC, of what they wanted like the experience for players to be.
Yeah, those things are just so frustrating getting in the way.
This as well because they look shit. They blend into the background because the background is like the same animation,
The
as
same
them, or
red,
the same like.
hazy transparency, yeah.
Because if I know if I go over and look at them, he's going to hit me with that dash attack and get his health. Nope. Then go back. Did that look like that hit me?
That
That's
looks
what I
like
mean
you
by
dashed
that.
away in time.
Then he got like he's back to 3/4 health. When you saw me dodge, you saw the dodge animation.
Yes.
Do you know what? I bet I found an interview with the developer saying we want it to be like Dark Souls. It's like, yeah. When you say Dark Souls, we don't mean the shit fucking hitboxes on enemies.
Just get that DPS in. Go on. There we go.
Fuck you.
Absolutely.
God, what a
fuck off.
shit fight.
What a boring ass fight.
Like, that might be the worst boss fight I've encountered in a while, and not as in bad as in like compared to the tone of the game. Like the rest of the game is so good that fight ruins it. Like that actively lowers my opinion of this game.
Yeah.
And like kills any incentive I have to ever replay it. At least killing with the giant sword. Why did I have to take my helmet off to do that?
I don't know. Because you had to see that the same person.
Who are these people?
I don't know.
Like, what's with the cuts to these random fuckers no one cares about? God, Doom Guy's face looks like shit. His eyes are way too far apart.
They are way too far apart.
That's the trait of a prey animal, and Doom Guy is not a prey animal. He's the predator.
Oh no.
Oh, am I gonna die now?
What's gonna happen? So is it now gonna be that we become the Dark Lord?
I think they're just putting us back in the sarcophagus, the Halo.
Yeah, they might be, yeah.
They're like, we woke him up when he was needed and then put him back to sleep. Imagine how lame that would have been if I was wearing like the stupid DLC armor. Like compare that, like Joe, the end of the Cyber Demon, not the Cyber Demon, the Cyber Mastermind, or the Spider Mastermind, sorry, where the fight's pretty shit. The fight is terrible, but when you kill it by putting the BFG in its mouth and blowing its head off, that's fucking rad. And then the ending of that is like Samuel Hayden with the Crucible sending you back into hell. And it's like, oh, am I gonna have to fight my way out of hell again to come get my sword back? And the end of this one is just this really bad flaccid boss fight. You just stab him and die. The fact that the fight isn't every time you're getting down to a health, you remove a piece of his armor with a glory kill.
Yeah.
Like rip his shield off and slow it until it's eventually just you having a fist fight.
Yeah, it should have been like, oh, the first time you take his little shoulder cannon off.
Like, that could have been fun. That could have been fun if he has that mechanic, the healing mechanic for the first bit, and Doom Guy just rips his armor apart and then he's got to fight without it. The person who sent me that message saying, yeah, if you like the final boss fight is terrible, they weren't kidding. They definitely did not understand how bad that was. That actively ruins the game. That's like, like the 8th season of Game of Thrones.
Oh, right, yeah.
Where it's so bad, I never want to watch Game of Thrones again. That boss fight is so bad, I never want to play this DLC again. Like, I wouldn't mind playing, like, I played through Doom 2016 multiple times and beaten, like, the Spider Mastermind a couple times.
Yeah,
like, it's a bad fight, but I don't mind doing it because it's like, you can cheese it. I never want to play this DLC ever again.
No.
Because you said you didn't have any words while I was doing the fight, but is it like, now you've had a chance to collate your thoughts?
I just want to reiterate that there was a mass amount of feedback of how bad the Marauders were, and they thought, we'll take that feedback and make it the final, like, ultimate supremo boss of the entire fucking DLC.
Yeah.
And just made it worse. The coolest part of the DLC was the hammer, as we've said.
Yes.
And they didn't even utilize the hammer in an interesting way.
No.
It was just get some more stun damage.
But not even like any glory kills. Like, do you know what they need to do? Put it into my glory kill animations.
And I think that says it all, doesn't it? Of they added in a new enemy type and a new boss to that last segment and couldn't be arsed putting a glory kill animation on either of them.
And what did you find, Luke? You said you found an interview?
Yeah, I was just taking that in for a second of like, how much bullshit did they put in? Just like, there's so much. But yeah.
100% of the new enemies introduced are actively limiting. They actively limit your moveset. In a game that's all about freedom and approaching combat in a way that feels fluid and organic.
So, yeah, there's an interview on PCGamesN.com with Hugo Martin, one of the lead devs on the entire game.
Okay.
It's have players' response to the main campaign informed what you want to do with the DLC.
Yes.
So Hugo Martin says, yeah, I think we specifically want to engage people in new ways. Certain combos of weapons that they lean on, which by design are what we hope would happen in Eternal. We had an opportunity there to, rather than introduce new weapons, give you the full kit, and then maybe lean on certain weapon mods that you didn't use during the campaign. The microwave beam on the plasma guns being one of them. So
it's literally exactly what I theorised of. People aren't using this weapon, so we're going to force you to use it rather than make it fun. 'Cause that's the thing. The reason people don't use it is 'cause it's not fun. It's slow, it doesn't kill quick enough, and it's the risk the time it takes to use it is not worth the reward you get.
Well, that's exactly what he says. He's like, it's a fun weapon to use, but the fact that it slows you down, there's certain pros and cons to using the weapon, which means players don't use it much. The risk-reward factor on higher difficulties is a bit too much for most people, so we don't see great players using it.
Did I just quote him exactly? And rather than him thinking, well, let's make it more powerful, they just added enemies that can only be killed by it?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? He's acknowledging in the interview people playing on like harder difficulties and at a higher level of skill do not use this weapon, so we're going to force them to, even though I've just admitted that it is useless in high level play.
Yep, basically. He goes on to say he saw an opportunity to design AI that would specifically encourage you to try new things. It's a sort of rock paper scissors that we have in Doom, like sticky bombs that take out cacodemons.
I have a message for you from Marty, Hugo, and all the hardworking devs.
Yeah, there we go.
Software. Thanks for playing. Hell wouldn't be the same
Hugo coming in there to help us out, but
fuck you, Hugo.
They were like,
you made a shit game.
So we did.
No, they made a great game. But you made a shit.
They did make a great game, but yeah, they're like, so we did more of that with the new AI. It's a direct response to the way people are playing in Returnal. The same old combos you will be using throughout the game will work on many of the enemies, but I think a lot of the new enemies will challenge you in new ways, and you get to think a little bit differently, which increases the engagement levels.
It's not engaging me in a different way. It's frustrating me. You're giving me access to the full tool set and then saying, actually, no, you can't use that.
Yeah.
You are limiting my ability to play. You are actively making the game less fun to play.
But Karl, he says that we want people to feel engaged during every minute of it. And then once you learn it, you master it and it becomes easy as everything else. It's like it physically doesn't.
It doesn't become easy, it becomes fucking annoying. Because we've seen combat encounters where it's like, okay, the spirit's there. I guess I have to switch to the one weapon that'll hurt it when it dies. Like he says, you've got to stand still when you're using it. That got me killed multiple times.
Yes, but Karl...
What?
What
are you gonna do?
The next bit of the interview, it just sums it all up, isn't it? We need to ask how many Marauders are in the DLC. Hugo mine, there's a lot. Oh no. And that's the final boss of the game. Is like the interviewer is even like, are there fucking Marauders in this? It's like, not only are there a lot of Marauders, the final boss is gonna be one.
Is a worse version. So I think I did a lot of some cool shit for the Slayer. And we got some new
but
stuff.
Karl, have you not seen that like you get a Game Pass Ultimate exclusive pack of skins?
That's what he should have looked like. He should have rocked up looking like that.
Just Conan the Barbarian comes in.
It'd been way cooler. Like this one, look, yeah, Biker Doom guy. I'm a classic Doom 2 Marine. Like anything would have been cooler than that. Okay, yes. You said it like Nego Scott.
Yeah.
You could have been that. Like whatever costume you're wearing, you just has it with inverted colours. I guess this is kind of cool. I didn't realise I could do any of this. Oh, okay. I don't mind that. Fuck yeah, my collection. Bollocks to it all. But, oh god, I can't. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to adequately put into words how poor the decision to do that final boss that way was.
Oh yeah.
It would have been better if it was a cutscene. I just tracked down that interview you were talking about.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Right, so they're talking about the Marauder here. So we're proud of the Marauder. We feel like he tests your knowledge of all the combat systems, but there's a balance. Lucas, does it feel like the Marauder tests all of the gameplay systems when multiple times throughout this playthrough I've shown that if you dash backwards, he will run in a straight line and never be vulnerable? The only time he's ever vulnerable is if he wants you to shoot him. You can not exploit any weakness except for shooting grenades by his feet.
It's just ridiculous, isn't it? It's like the weakness of the Marauder is like the mastery about it is entirely waiting until it does one move.
and that's what the entire final boss is. There's nothing that I do both in games and my personal life that at some point isn't frustrating, but it's overcoming these obstacles where the engagement is, and then achieving mastery is that much more satisfying as a result. Nothing that's easily gained is satisfying. Once you have it, you know. Doom Eternal is a power fantasy that you have to earn, and then it's much sweeter for it. I mean, we have a lot of confidence in that design theory because we've seen it play out in the past couple of months with Eternal, so yes, there'll be some moments of double Marauders. I like as well he's trying to defend the idea of putting 2 in, where every single time 2 Marauders show up, it highlights how bad the Marauder AI is. If anything, having 2 Marauders is a weakness of the game because it shows how poor they're able to respond to your combat, respond to the way you process combat. Because something I pointed out in the Horde mode I was playing yesterday on stream is no other demon except the Marauder is alive long enough for you to see its full AI cycle. Because every other demon dies before it has a chance to do it. But with the Marauder, because it has the potential to live for like 5 minutes if it doesn't play ball, you get to see how limited its actual moveset is, which makes the game seem worse.
Yeah. I'm kind of just disappointed they didn't go the whole hog and just make an entire encounter of like 15 Marauders.
They could have done that. With the Sentinel Hammer, the Marauders are actually a cakewalk, as we saw. Because all you need to do is get that one moment to stun them, and you can kill them. I bet it is. It's because they're like, no, the Marauders are actually a really fun enemy type.
Yeah, it feels like all of the feedback from the main campaign, it's like, we're going to dig our heels in and tell you how to enjoy the game. We're right. Like, we know how to design games, you all shut up. The Marauders are great, we're going to throw a bunch at you, and guess what? Microwave beam time.
I found the bit where they talk about the AI. Can you expand on the new AI and enemies? So I think it might be exactly that. We have a new enemy, the Blood Angel. So that's the enemy that's invincible for 99% of the time it's on screen. A Demonic Angel. It's an all-new character, and it's really, really awesome. The old Ballista Super Shotgun Quick Switch combo is not going to work against this character. There's a specific way to fight it, and it'll test your ability to land precision shots under duress. Not unlike the Maker drones. The head is the weak point, so you'll have to lean on sticky bombs, and or precision bolts depending on who you are. There's certain windows to be able to land those shots because this character is armoured. It's not armoured, it's invincible. It's not armoured, it is fully invincible and immune to all forms of damage.
I think it says to me the entire mentality of, oh, this time you're not going to be able to rely on that combo. It says it all.
And that's the thing is as well, he says you're not going to be able to rely on the Arbalest for this fight, and then he says, in the literal next sentence, the easiest way to kill it is to headshot it with the Arbalest. So you're saying you're not going to be able to rely on the Super Shotgun or the Arbalest? Oh, use the Arbalest to kill it? We're very proud of the Blood Angel, and the glory kills are really cool for it. That's an enemy we saw the glory kill animation for once. We also have the Spirit, which is like a dead soul that's been resurrected, and it possesses other demons and buffs them in really unique ways. It's not just more damage and faster, it makes it so you can't remove the demon's weak points, ever. And while they're possessed, they don't ever falter. Faltering is kind of like the meta for Doom that I think good players recognise as super important. A falter gets an enemy to stop shooting at you, so when they don't falter, that's a huge difference. Yeah, a bad one.
Yeah, not a good one.
I can't believe that everything we talked about in regards to AI is now being confirmed. And the guy's like, isn't that great?
Like, they're actively acknowledging all of this stuff as very, very intentional decisions.
Like, he's acknowledging here that faltering an enemy is the meta of Doom. It's like, he's saying right here, it is the thing the core combat loop revolves around, is this mechanic, which we are very proud of, and seasoned players learn to recognise and exploit to survive on the harder difficulties. We're taking that away from you.
Yeah.
Not making it more difficult to execute, taking it away, because we're annoyed that people keep using the Super Shotgun to kill everything.
I mean, they're really, really upset that everyone was just using one combo of weapons.
But he says it right here. This is a mechanic I didn't even know was in the game, because the game doesn't tell you. While enemies are inflicted or affected by the Spirit, they become especially resistant to the Ballista, because we know it's a weapon that players love to use. So that's a mechanic that I didn't know about.
Yeah.
Where it's not just that it gets more health, it's that it specifically resists damage from the Ballista. So do all those times I was getting chased by spirits, up until the last combat encounter, where I'm using that combo, they program that enemy to have a secret modifier to take reduced damage from it. Yeah. And then never tell you.
That's the part that pisses me off with that, is like, it doesn't tell you.
In a game where every single thing is explained.
In a game where before the boss fight happened, it told us what the mechanics were. Ah!
Oh, Lucas. So once you've killed the AI, and once you've killed it, the AI will seek out a new enemy to possess, during which time you have to kill it with the microwave beam. So finding and pulling this off is a challenge in the course of the arena, but you definitely want to, because when they possess things, they're really nasty. And the coolest thing is that if you did use your Ballista Super Shotgun combo to kill the possessed AI, by the time you get around to killing the exposed spirit and you switch to your plasma rifle, you're actually going to be out of ammo. So there's this really interesting tweak and a new meta emerges.
Again.
I like how he said it's really interesting where the only way to kill it you don't have access to. Isn't that fun? Like, no.
Again, just... We really don't want you to use this weapon.
Why not make the other weapons more powerful? Or more fun?
Mm-hmm.
Always buff, never nerf. Especially in a single-player game where balance doesn't fucking matter.
Well, I was going to say, like, it depends totally, because, you know, say, for example, when I play Destiny, like, that would be a ridiculous idea, because you just get to power creep, but when it's a single-player game, and the only thing that matters is Doom Guy having a power fantasy, like, just buff the microwave beam.
I'm baffled that... Because these were things I've suspected, but to hear it confirmed, and it's like the guy who's in charge, it's like, isn't that great? It's like, no, it was one of the most frustrating aspects of the game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel like it made me a more skilled player. It just meant that I specifically single out that enemy because it's a ball ache to fight.
Yeah.
To the point where, like, every combat encounter in which I was hampered, when I got rid of these new enemy types, they immediately became more fun. Oh, either way though, Lucas, I reckon that's it for Doom Eternal for now.